Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be talking about Ruan Mei's light cone, her kit that recently got revealed, just my initial thoughts on all that stuff. You should go for her light cone and so on. If you guys do enjoy videos like these, do make sure to hit the subscribe button and also leave a like to support the video. It will increase your chances of getting Ruan Mei. The source, of course, is just to trust me on this one. Without further ado though, let's get straight into it. So here we are, we have Ruan Mei's light cone preview, and the light cone art is absolutely gorgeous. I love this light cone. It's really, really pretty. But her light cone is past self in the mirror. The base stats are pretty nice overall. And here is the light cone ability, which is the plum fragrance in my bones. Increases the wearer's break damage by 60%, and then when the wearer uses their ultimate, which from Ruan Mei's ultimate is going to be when she summons her petals and all of that to give your allies the penetration, and also allowing Ruan Mei to inflict that delay onto enemies when there are weakness broken. She will be able to also increase all allies damage by 24%, lasting for 3 turns. And then if the wearer's break effect is equal to or beyond 150%, you do get an extra skill point. This definitely shows that Ruan Mei will definitely want a good amount of break effect, since typically speaking, when a light cone includes certain break points, like this 150 for instance, it's very likely that Ruan Mei will highly benefit from a bunch of break effect. To get a little more information, I'll give you guys an exact number, but so far I'm assuming definitely more than this. And then, of course, during the start of each wave, all allies will regenerate 10 energy. Effects of the same type cannot stack, which I'm assuming perhaps means that you can't have multiple of this light cone. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure about that. But I think this means, like, if you have multiple of this light cone on multiple characters on your team, you can't just keep stacking the energy. So it's not like you can get 30 energy instead of just that base 10. But her light cone is pretty good. It allows her to get a bunch of break effect. You are also going to be able to increase the damage for allies for 3 turns. You can recover a skill point, and you can also regenerate energy for all allies, which can be pretty good for rotation purposes because this can help you enter each wave to get more energy. And then for her light cone preview for the banner, her light cone banner is actually pretty freaking good. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This banner might be one of the ones I highly suggest, because you're going to get the planetary light cone. This light cone, I talk about this light cone so much in my videos. Every time I see a Harmony character, I say the planetary light cone. The reason why is because you're going to be able to increase the damage of your allies depending on if they are the same element as you. And if you're able to do that, it's pretty good overall. Plus, since this is on the banner, you can have a higher chance to possibly get super impositions on it. Then we have day 1 of my new life. This light cone is pretty great for more defense and then all type resistance of all allies. Pretty good overall. It's a nice light cone. A secret vow is also a pretty nice light cone. I like this light cone a lot because you can effectively get up to a 40% damage increase, which is pretty nice. And then I believe if you do have it superimposed, you can get up to an 80% damage increase. This light cone is pretty good on our characters like Blade and Arlen, but you can also use it on other destruction class characters as well. It just depends on if you will actually be able to trigger the secondary effect or not, but at least you will be 100% able to get this initial damage increase. So when it comes to her banner, or just the light cone banner in general, I mean, pretty good light cone banner. I would honestly rate this banner perhaps an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I think it's really good. And her banner, even with the characters on her banner, is really good as well, because you'll get Ruan Mei, you'll get Xueyi, you'll also get Tingyun and March 7th. Now though, I wanted to also quickly go over her kit, and when we go over her kit, I'm going to then give you guys alternative light cones you could possibly use and just what I'm currently feeling about her kit. So as we see, here's the character preview for Ruan Mei. She is going to be Ice Harmony and our first limited 5-star Harmony character. Here's just a bit about her. If you guys are interested, you could just pause and read a bit about her. But then when we go to the character overview, I've gone over this a few times, but for those who haven't seen those videos, she's able to increase the weakness breaking efficiency of allies, speed, all type resistance penetration, and also she's able to do much more, as we see from the traces. So as we can see, her first trace will increase the break effect for all allies, which is pretty nice because I can see this being very strong on damage over time teams. Damage over time teams are centered around, of course, inflicting damage over time, and when you break enemies, you are also inflicting damage over time on them as well. So now that we have a character that's able to also increase their speed, their ult type resistance penetration, weakness break efficiency, which weakness break efficiency means that you'll be able to break the toughness meters faster and you get more break effect. This is going to be very, very strong on damage over time teams, 100%. So I'm a huge fan of this trace. I think people who do have Kafka or run a damage over time team with Kafka will definitely like this a lot. And then Ruan Mei will also be able to regenerate energy at the start of her turn. And then we also are able to, basically, if her break effect is greater than a certain percentage, I wish they would tell us the percentage, but once we officially know it, I'll let you guys know. Every percent that exceeds the percentage will allow her skill to additionally increase her allies' damage up to a certain amount. Paired with the light cone, hypothetically, if you did get both, then you're able to do a damage increase from the ult. You're also able to do a damage increase from the break effect here, once her break effect is, of course, greater than a certain amount. This is pretty good as well. And then, of course, we have Ruan Mei's kits. Most of the things in this kit description are things that have been officially revealed in the live stream, but overall pretty good stuff, I would say. Her talent is now officially revealed. It increases the speed for the team, excluding her, by a certain amount, and then when an ally breaks an enemy's target weakness, Ruan Mei will deal break damage based on her ice break damage. And then when you have the skill, now something I noticed as well is that when Ruan Mei has overtone, increases all allies' damage and weakness break efficiency, which means that her skill alone will give damage, but then when you also have this additional trace, you will be able to get another damage increase in a sense, or rather, just an even stronger damage increase. So the possibilities of how much Ruan Mei can actually increase your damage is going to be pretty good, and I'm feeling pretty good about her skill because her skill also makes her skill point positive, since her skill lasts for 3 turns. I know here it says a certain amount of turns, but in the live stream, if you looked right by her health bar, she had 3 little dots. That means it's going to be a 3-turn cycle with her skill, which means that she'll be skill point positive by 2 points, which is pretty good for the team overall. Ruan Mei's ultimate will also be pretty good because that's where she creates her field that will last for a certain amount of turns. Field duration will also be reduced at the start of her turns, which what I like about Ruan Mei is that all of her buffs from what we've seen so far are based on her turns rather than an ally's turn. So if you have characters that are way faster than her or just go way more than her in turn cycles, they'll still be able to take full advantage of her buffs for quite a long time because her buffs are based on her turns and not the ally using up the buff, which I think is really good, and also a difference between her and some of our other Harmony characters for sure. All allies will inflict rebloom after they attack a target, and then when enemy targets attempt to recover from the weakness broken state, basically the rebloom will be triggered to prolong the duration of their weakness break and delaying their action. Let's say you pair, for example, like with a character like Welt, they're just going to delay the enemy by so much. I'm really excited to test that out for you guys and show it off once she's here, but that's going to be very, very strong. And just the delay in general can help you have a bit more sustainability even on a team because, well, if the enemy can't hit you, this allows you to either defeat the enemy before they recover or allow you to heal more with your healer because your healer will be able to go again. So you'll be pretty healthy when it comes to survivability as well. So in a sense, Ruan Mei offers so much when it comes to what she does for characters. She gives you a bunch of buffs. She gives you weakness breaking efficiency. She's also able to help with the survivability of the team because of her delay. So Ruan Mei honestly is looking to be an incredible character. Before we wrap things up, guys, I'm going to give you guys some alternative light cones just based off the kit we've been seeing and just in a comparison to her signature light cone, which is right here. And as you guys can see, here's all the Harmony light cones, and one of the light cones I'm immediately thinking about is Memories of the Past. For Memories of the Past, it gives you 56 break effect at level 5 in position, and also when the wearer attacks, additionally regenerates 8 energy. This will likely be really good, the energy at least, for being able to actually get Ruan Mei's ultimate faster. Because if we look back at her signature light cone, the only issue with her signature light cone is the only form of energy she's actually getting is when the wave starts and it's only 10 energy. So when you're getting 8 energy per attack just from this light cone alone, that'll most likely allow you to just get your ultimate way faster, which means you're going to have your field on longer, which is going to be really, really good just for having better ultimate uptime. And then the break effect difference is from 56 to 60 at S1. So when you consider that, it's only a 4% difference. So I think this will be fine. And I think this light cone option will actually be one of her best light cone options. Gives her the break effect she wants, and it also gives her additional energy. So this is really good just for ultimate uptime and of course my break effect. And then here is the option for people who do not have memories of the past. You can also use this light cone. This light cone won't give you the break effect, but it will still give you that additional 8 energy. That's really good. And this is whenever you attack or get hit. This effect cannot be, of course, repeated in a single turn, but this is still going to be pretty good once again for that ultimate uptime. So meshing cogs is definitely going to be an option when it comes to Ruan Mei. You could also use an option like Dance 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 because this will advance all allies forward, and if you have it S5 by 24%, just have it S1 16%. But this light cone option is really good for characters like Tingyun and just our Harmony characters in general because they'll be able to advance the team forward. So this is a pretty good light cone option as well. If you do not have light cones that can give you break effect or more energy, I would go with this light cone maybe as an option as well. And then we also have the planetary light cone. The reason why I'm recommending this light cone is, let's say you're using her on an ice team. You could definitely use this light cone to increase the damage of allies on that ice team. I feel like her top 2 light cones will either be Memories of the Past or, of course, her signature light cone. And if you have either of them, I would go for it. And I guess that raises the question, is her signature light cone worth it? If you have multiple copies of Memories of the Past, I would just say to do that. But if you don't have any and you're not really a fan of meshing cogs even, and you really, really want that break effect and, of course, the energy, then I would probably just say to go for the light cone. The light cone banner is not bad at all. So you will be able to get other light cones that can benefit your account for sure. That is my verdict on the light cone banner. And just, I've been seeing a topic recently about skipping Ruan Mei, which I'll go over that in a separate video. And for Ruan Mei's kit, I just feel like her kit is honestly incredible. I'm very excited for this character. And I'd love to know, what are you guys planning to do with Ruan Mei? Do you guys plan to go for the light cone? Do you guys plan to just get E0 possibly? Do you plan to skip her? I know some people might actually, if you do have Memories of the Past, maybe depending on what her E1 does, you could actually go for her E1 instead and maybe use Memories of the Past. Just depends on how good that E1 is. But Ruan Mei is looking to be an incredible character. I would highly recommend that you do consider her at the end of the day. But that'll be all from me. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And of course, happy holidays to everyone who's celebrating. Or if you're just on your winter break, I hope your break's been going really well. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope all of you have a great one like always. Peace.